Good evening, folks. My name is Roy Pinar, and I'm the band director here at St. Louis Park Middle School. We are so fortunate to see all your smiling faces here tonight, and very thankful all of us could join us on this beautiful Monday snowy night. So thank you so much for coming. I am recognizing that we don't have enough seats, which I guess is a good problem to have. That being said, I'm going to ask that everyone just be respectful, and if there are open seats in the middle, I would encourage you to scoot in so we can get those folks on the outside to move in. That being said, this is the first of our winter band concerts that we're going to be having this week. Tomorrow is Band8 and St. Louis Park Community Band. And of course, tonight is Band6 and Band7. And on the stage this evening, right now, is your 120 student Band6. Thank you so much. We're going to go ahead and get started right now. Up first, the first piece that your students will be performing is a piece called Tadpoles by Randall Standridge. I hope you enjoy it. So as you can see, we have a lot of students on the stage, and a lot of this comes from, I have to say a big thank you to Miss Bertram at the elementary school. She's not able to make it tonight, but she had over 180 students in band in 5th grade alone last year, and we have over 120 students this year in band, and we thank you parents for encouraging your students to learn an instrument, to stay with it, and every year you're going to see that amazing progress, and folks, students in 6th grade. You're going to see that in the 7th grade band after this group right here. That being said, there is a quick program change. You'll see it on there, point 5 is on there. We're actually going to be pushing that to our next concert in May. So what we're going to do next is a quick introduction of the band. And I think a lot of us, we may think of band and you may think of, guitars and basses and a drum set, but a concert band, it's a little different. So we're going to have your students kind of introduce themselves with regards to what an instrument and section they play, so you can see what instruments are in the band. That being said, all right, students, so I'm going to ask for the flutes to please stand. Flutes, let's show off your beautiful instruments. And let's see and hear how the flute sounds. Very good. Thank you so much, flutes. Let's give it up for our flutes. Up next, we have the mighty clarinet section. Clarinets. Let's have the audience hear how a clarinet sounds. Thank you, clarinet. Up next, still in the woodwind section, we're going to move to the alto saxophone. And by the way, if your student plays the alto saxophone, the tenor saxophone is something that they can be learning in the future. But we'll get to that later. This is how the alto saxophone sounds like. Thank you, altos. Now we're going to move on to the brass family. The brass family starts with the trumpets. Trumpets, why don't we go ahead and stand? This is how the trumpet sounds like. Thank you, trumpets. We're going to move on to our low brass section, and we're going to start with the trombones. And the trombones are very unique because they have this thing called a slide at the end, and it makes a very funny and interesting sound that you heard in Tadpoles. Let's hear how the trombones sound like. Thank you, trombones. We have 2 more low brass instruments, and on the first low brass instrument is the euphonium. So we're going to have Elsa. Why don't you go ahead and stand? She's the only euphonium player back there. Let's give it up for her. Elsa, let's hear how the euphonium sounds like. Thank you, Elsa. And last but not least, in the brass family, we have the tuba, and Aiden is playing the tuba. Aiden, let's have the crowd hear how a tuba sounds. Thank you, Aiden. All right, up next, we have the percussion section. The unique thing about the percussion... Thank you, percussionists. The unique thing about the percussion section is that there's lots of different instruments involved. So you're going to just hear a quick snippet of each of those instruments. Let's see how this snare drum sound like. Thank you, snare drums. Let's hear the bass drum. Again, please. Thank you. Yes, that's the bass drum. Let's keep going with some of the things you hit. Let's go to the timpani. Timpani. Thank you, timpani players. We also have mallet instruments like the xylophone, the marimba, and the concert bells that look kind of like a piano. So let's hear how the mallet sounds like. Theo, let's start with you. And Lana, let's end with you. Let's give it up for Theo and Lana, everybody. All right, we have some other fun things back there. We have the wood blocks. I think Dave. Thank you, David. We have the cymbals. Let's hear the suspended cymbal, Javon. Go ahead and hit that. Very good. Thank you, Javon. Let's hear the crash cymbal. Who has the crash cymbal back there? Who wants to do? David, why don't you give that one a try for us so everyone can hear. This is how the crash cymbal sounds like. Thank you, David. We also have some fun accessory instruments like the kabasa. Cello, let's hear the kabasa. Thank you, cello. We have the shaker. Owen, the shaker. Thank you. And we also have the claves. So, if you put all those instruments together and they play it in an unorganized way, it sounds like this. And that is why we practice, everybody. So, thank you again. We have one more piece from the 6th graders. I will ask, it's going to be a quick transition. 6th graders are going to go back into the band room and watch the 7th graders through our live stream. And then 7th grade is going to be coming on. So don't go anywhere. It's going to be a really quick transition. But to end the 6th grade portion of this concert is Robert W. Smith's Furioso. I hope you enjoy. like that, we now have 7th graders on stage. Let's give it up for a 7th grade band, everybody. I was very lucky and fortunate to meet these students, most of them last year in 6th grade. And as per usual, they had a wonderful, with regards to as good as we can, at 5th grade education for band with Miss Bertram. Having band through COVID-19 and the pandemic has been really, really difficult. And these students, last year, they were a part of the first ever band performance that we had in this very space. And we're going to continue growing on that every single year. So I want to thank you all parents for encouraging your students to continue in band, because I think you're going to hear a big difference, Band7 parents, from last year when they were in 6th grade. So to introduce each piece, we're going to have some of our students coming up. They're going to share what instrument they play and a little bit about each piece. And we're going to begin with Agu and Alexa to introduce the first piece. Let's give it up for Agu and Alexa.
Journey. And I'm Alexa Green. And we play Tonight we're starting off with Brace for Impact by Christina Huss. We hope you enjoy.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Addison Martin. I play the alto saxophone. Today we're going to be playing you Wellerman, a New Zealand folk song arranged by Johnny Vinson. Yeah.
Thank you, Addie.
Elsa, and I play the saxophone. Our next song is called Mechanical Monsters by Randall Standridge. I hope you all like the song. Yeah.
Thank you, Elsa. And the alto saxophone, to clarify. All right, folks, thank you so much again for being here. I know with the weather and everything, it means a lot that all of you came and that your students are here. Your students have been working so hard, and the purpose of these concerts are to kind of showcase that learning. Not saying that learning is complete. Every concert that we do is just a step in that direction. It's progress. And the one really cool thing that I love is that we have all these recordings. So the students are able to kind of watch and listen and reflect on their own learning and their own playing throughout the years. You'll notice that we are recording this also through our district Facebook Live, so you'll be able to kind of revisit it there after this. We also have John McHugh from ParkTV who's recording this, and you'll be able to watch this again on YouTube, a little higher quality than my iPhone 8 that's over there. But anyway, it really means a lot. There's a lot of people involved to make this happen, and you'll kind of notice at the back section of your program, all the people involved to make this work. It's impossible for me to do this without all these people, and I just want to shout out a couple people, including all the supervisors that are here to support. We have, I think, about 6 or 7 staff here tonight supervising, helping with the students. I also want to thank John McHugh from ParkTV. I want to thank our custodial staff, because with the orchestra and the, yes, let's give it up for custodial staff. With the choir concerts, the orchestra concerts, and band concerts, there's a lot of stuff going on, and also theaters in here, so there's a lot of moving parts that we really appreciate their help. I also want to thank Michelle Plummer and our LMC staff for helping with the printing and the copying of the programs. I also want to thank my wife for helping me design the program, and I also want to thank you parents for driving your students to rehearsal and to all these honor bands and all these extra things, and going ahead and renting an instrument from Ackroth. All that takes time and money, and I'm just very thankful and appreciative that all of you are committing to that, because your students are just making great work. They're doing wonderful things. And I encourage you to go in the future, go check out the high school concerts, because that is eventually what your student will experience once they get to high school. And every year that they're in band here is going to help them prepare them for that. I also want to kind of talk about really quickly that, why 7th graders specifically, why should you continue to stay in band? In 8th grade and in high school, there's a lot more opportunities for travel and experiencing other things like honors bands, jazz band, chamber ensemble, stuff like that. The 8th grade band at the end of this year will be doing a performance festival and a field trip to Valley Fair, where they get to go and they perform a concert, they get judged, and then they get to go to Valley Fair. And that's going to be something that we try to continue on as an 8th grade tradition. So 7th graders, just letting you know. So parents, I want to give you a big thank you. Students, can we thank our parents and the audience? And students, I want to also thank you. I've been very appreciative of all your work and everything that you guys do. You are all amazing, and all the work that you put in, it's all for moments like this. So parents and audience members, can we thank your students? We have one more piece for you that Sam and Arnie are going to come introduce. Before that, I do want to say tomorrow night, Band 8 will be performing with the St. Louis Park Community Band. So if you want to see what an adult band sounds like, I encourage you to come tomorrow and also to support our 8th graders. All right, here is Arnie and Sam. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Arnie Arosh.
I'm Samuel Kimpton.
And this is Collecting Visions by Brian Balmages, and we both play trumpet.
One thing that I really like about this song is like it starts off really slowly, like during the middle of it, like kind of speeds up and then it slows to the end.
Yeah, that's Collecting Vision.
Thank you, Arnie and Sam. and gentlemen, your Band7. Thank you so much, folks, for coming out. It means a lot. One more quick thank you to our music department, our great administration, and parents to all of you. Thank you again for coming out. Good night.